Come on, no.
Check, check. Hello, alright, good evening everyone.
Hello.
I'm gonna try that again. Good evening everyone. Alright, welcome to the Good Beans Cafe. My name's Al Harris. I'll be your host this evening. And welcome to the Creative Alliance Presents Creative Collab Night right here, open mic, open canvas. And we're here to offer you a great platform to do anything. That's sing a song, tell a story, recite some poetry, dance, do any sort of performance. And also there's an open canvas here. This is a great opportunity to try out your talents. If they're new or veteran style, doesn't matter. And we just welcome anything. Something we haven't had in the past, the better. And I'm just gonna get things started just with one song. The sign-up sheet is right here. If you have any questions, my name's Al, and yeah, we usually say about 3 songs or 15 minutes or so, but we run a loose ship here, so once again, welcome. Alright, this is, I think Johnny Cash's birthday is coming up in about 6 days or so. So in that spirit, I'm gonna play this song. An old cowboy went riding out one windy darkened day. Upon start over. That's it. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon the ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through that ragged sky. And up the cloudy draw, their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their breath was they could feel. A bolt of fear went through me as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming and hear their mournful cry. host. If you have any questions, come see me. Sign-up sheets right here at my foot. And once again, welcome to Creative Collab Night, put on by the Creative Alliance, hosted here by Good Beans Cafe. Everyone give a hand to Ken in the back. All right, looks like we're gonna bring up Brian here, play us a few songs. Thanks a lot.
So I'm gonna do 3 songs. These are songs that I don't do too often. This first song I've never performed out before. And I wrote it over 20 years ago, about 28 years ago, 29 years ago. So, by way of introduction, some of you may not know this, but I graduated high school in Standish, Michigan. My family lived there from 1980 to 1986, and for brevity's sake, an act of violence brought my family up there. An act of violence had my family pretty much leave town during that span. I graduated in '82 and I exited then. Basically, it was kind of not necessarily a great experience. I mean, it was a great experience, but it was a sad experience for me because upon arriving, it was pretty much understood that I would not be, among other things, I wouldn't be dating and I wouldn't be having a social life up there. We lived quite isolated from everybody else. We lived in a community where the bus rides were really, really long, and you know what? I think I'm just going to get into the song, okay? Shot down in a frozen depth, overlooking paradise. Never felt so out of step with the dreams that seed my eyes. Not too near a safety vent, I hoped you'd be the one. So follow me to the very tent where the straight brave dancers run. And I'm talking of walking past the stream to the meadow. Rise above the heat, it's time we cheat the bento. We can escape, shake up a restless shadow. Our children run in the sun through the field, like a kite in free flight that just won't yield. We have our youth and our truth for a shield to protect us from this storm. Clouds are building and I don't like their form. Fierce, unyielding, the wind is brilliant. I want to shelter you beneath this pavilion. Don't ask of my motives, they sure ain't false. I keep the same true rhythm that echoes the pulse of the engine that's revving. And the rain that falls, I can show you heaven, girl, where there ain't no walls. As the wind castle calls, hear me out. As my breath grows softer, hear me out. Whispers form these words I offer. Hear me out. Like the wind that rocks this ragged castle, the dance of straight eyes mirror tassel, and the trees play on in endless wrestle. Through storm and drought, hear me out. I want to be the one to make the difference between the tears, between the smiles. I want to be the one to bridge the distance that separate these lonely miles. I want to give and take, I want to take and give. I want to utilize these mutual talents. Sheltered one, I only live in search of this universal balance. Shot down depth, overlooking paradise. I never felt so out of step with the dreams that seed my eyes. And I too need a safety vent, and I hope you'd be the one. So follow me to the very tent where the straight brave dancers run. Okay, that one was subtitled The Pavilion Song. The actual title is Windcastle. What's the last four letters in the word pavilion?
Y.
Okay, very good. We're going to go from that to this. This is a song about healing, and it's a small subgenre of songs that deal with lion as a metaphor, and I could rattle off a handful of these, probably the most popular one being Lion Sleeps Tonight. But the one that influenced this particular song was Van Morrison did a song called Listen to the Lion. And in the song, the lion represents that inner beast inside you that you sometimes just have to let out to address your inhibitions. And I probably don't need an awful lot of guitar for this. It's called Dare to Be Vulnerable. Suppose I lead you to the lion, and there he makes your heart immune. Through all this crisis and all of this crime, suppose he helps us heal this wound. Then would you dare to be vulnerable? Would you dare to be vulnerable? Then dare, come on, dare to be vulnerable. You know, I look up to you. You shelter shards of flames unfurled. Sometimes it seems you just ain't trying. Why share this shyness with the world? Suppose I lead you to the lion. Then would you dare to be vulnerable? Would you dare to be vulnerable? Then dare, come on, dare to be vulnerable. You know, I look up to you. Release your inner defenses and all of those guards you've hired out for spies. Don't keep me from your soul and senses, or what goes on behind those eyes. Come on, would you dare to be vulnerable? Dare, would you dare to be vulnerable? Then dare, come on, dare to be vulnerable. You know, I look up to you. Wander through the jungle where lost astray, down roads of gravel, broken glass and dirt. Listen to the lion roar someday. You'll wear the crown of the heard, then would you dare to be vulnerable? Dare, would you dare to be vulnerable? Then dare, come on, dare to be vulnerable. Dare, come on, dare to be vulnerable. You know, I look up to you. I don't know if this is in the right key, but I'll give it. I'm going to lighten up a bit. I don't do too many of my country songs, but you know, Al threw out the gauntlet with that Ghost Riders in the Sky. So I might even, because this is a fairly short song, I might even tell you the story behind this song. I work at a retail store, and we get music pumped in all the time from the overhead. And we get to, you know, whatever, 3.5 hours, it's the same music over and over and over and over and over again. And in this particular case, I recall hearing the song by Heart called Dog and Butterfly. And the song didn't, you know, I listened to this song and it just doesn't make any sense to me. And there's the chorus says something like, the dog and butterfly up in the air, they like to fly. And so anyway, I was thinking about that one day and I came up with my own words that seemed to make more sense to me, something akin to the image of it haunts me, I suppose it always will, the day I saw the dog and butterfly upon the radiator grill. So from that evolved this song, which has nothing to do with cruelty to animals, unless you consider bugs animals, and some of you do, and I'm sorry about that. Okay? I'm not going to use that. I'll do it in just standard tuning. Honey, honey, you are a classic, the best of all worlds indeed. The kind of body that can stop traffic, built for comfort, built for speed. There's a lesson I'm slow in learning as I stand and watch your wheels turning. Slow as a slug and I always will be just another bug on your radiator grill. I'm just a bug on your radiator grill. Looking stylish, polish your chrome, preparing for another cruise. Gonna take yourself a trophy home, or any prize that you so choose. And I can smell your fumes are burning, another lesson I'm slow in learning. Slow and drugged and I always will be just another bug on your radiator grill. Just a bug on your radiator grill. Sets a stereo to fast forward, find a country station that suits her. Within the dust upon the dashboard I write, will you share my future? Another lesson I'm slow in learning. Honey, you're a zapper, but I keep returning. Just a hug and my dreams fulfill, but I'm just another bug on your radiator grill. I'm just a bug on your radiator grill.
All right, give it up for Brian one more time. All right, we're going to bring Flint's very own historian up here. Please give a warm welcome to Gary Flinn.
I, along with Yvonne,
We're at the broadside meeting at Churchill's, and they're still seeking material. They got plenty of material for the next issue, but they're still seeking material. Looks like some of the themes that will be in the next issue, besides the piece I already mentioned about this very coat I'm wearing. They also have articles on the state of teaching in education, the right to work legislation, as well as the Idle No More movement, which originated in Canada, which is spreading among the native peoples around the world, including here in Michigan. And now the piece is one that I wrote that was published in the Flint Journal on January 5th, 2009, about when the Coca-Cola bottling plant shut down. The facility is still being utilized by Coca-Cola as a distribution warehouse. The piece is called Coca-Cola Bottling Company Leaving Flint Ends Company's Long History in the Vehicle City. And the dateline is Flint, Michigan, of course. If you're thirsty for a Flint bottled beverage, you may be living in the wrong era. News that the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Michigan's unit is shutting down its Flint bottling plant, 2515 Lapeer Road, marks the end of soft drink production in the Flint area. Though you might often think about it, there has been a whole lot of pop bottled here over the years. The earliest Coca-Cola bottler in Flint was the Jennie Bottling Works, which dates to the turn of the 20th century. It grew from an 1890s bottling plant run by Ira Ingalls at 1114 South Saginaw Street, then merged with competitor E.J. Bennett & Company by 1903 as Flint Consolidated Bottling Company operated from the former Bennett plant at 513 Brush Alley. Eventually, it lost the Coca-Cola franchise, became Genesee Cherry-Cola Bottling Company. Cherry-Cola's successful Knee-High brand included Royal Crown Cola and led to another renaming to the Knee-High Royal Crown Bottling Company by 1942. It stopped bottling soft drinks by 1959, but it stayed in the syrup vending business as the All-Vend Syrup Company. Berners of Detroit took over RC Cola distribution in Flint. The new Coca-Cola bottler in the mid-1920s was the Flint Coca-Cola Bottling Company at 1316 to 1320 North Saginaw Street. By 1937, it had moved to its Lapeer Road location, and the following year was renamed the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Flint. It adopted its present name by 1962. The plant was expanded numerous times, including equipment upgrades that tripled its production capacity. Charles White of Flint, who spent 43 years in the soft drink bottling business, began working at the plant in 1950 after 3 years at the Flint Red Rock Bottling Company. A noted collector of soft drink memorabilia, White recalled that the earliest bottling plant in Flint goes back to the 1880s. The earliest Flint bottles in its collection were made out of pottery. The best-known locally owned bottling operation began in 1918 as the Independent Bottling Works at 212 East 8th Street, co-founded by Morris Weinstein and Samuel Buckler. Morris and Samuel, M&S. Actually, although it's often assumed that M&S stood for Morris and Samuel, Morris's son, Charles Weinstein, 90, of Flint Township, insists the initials stood for Moon and Stars, inspired by the celestial logo for the company's K&M malt. Over the years, it also stood for Michigan Supreme, and White picked up an old M&S sign from the Russell Ballroom that said, "More sugar." The plant moved to its longtime location at 2307 South Saginaw by 1926, and was renamed M&S in 1929. Weinstein and Buckler had worked for the Fagenson Brothers Soft Drink Company in Detroit, which became Fago. The M&S plant bottled strawberry, grape, and lime sodas, as well as Hires root beer. Over the years, it would bottle Dr. Pepper and Canada Dry products. Morris Weinstein died in 1938. In 1944, the Weinstein family bought out Buckler's interest in the company. In 1961, M&S bought the 7-Up Bottling Company. Arthur Hirand, 82 of Flint, recalled that Charles Weinstein gave bottles of pop to trick-or-treaters at Halloween, making the Weinstein house the most popular house in the neighborhood. Now for the photo, which I had already submitted to Jennie. So if you're watching this on video, it'll appear in the video, whether you're watching it online or through Comcast. And this is a Flint Journal file photo from 1965 that showed the new line at the Coca-Cola plant on Lapeer Road would triple output. From left are Charles V. White, plant superintendent, Werner E. Cederberg, president and general manager of the firm's Michigan district, and Donald J. Haviland, plant manager. Back to the main text now. The Weinstein family sold 7-Up and M&S to Universal Foods in 1969. Universal Foods made an unsuccessful attempt to promote the M&S Bonanza brand of soft drinks before restoring the M&S brand in 1975, going to White, who joined 7-Up M&S in 1975. White's at the plant in the former Arlen's Department Store at 2051 Bristol Road went through two or three different owners in the 1980s, including 2 years of local minority ownership as the BFW Bottling Company, owned by local car dealer Al Bennett, former Detroit Lion Mel Farr, and attorney Charles Wells. On December 30th, 1987, a larger soft drink marketer with its own local distribution warehouse bought the company and fired 91 employees. M&S products were discontinued. The plant closed in 1989. Pepsi Cola products had a local presence as early as 1938, but Pepsi was not bottled in Flint until the Pepsi Cola Metropolitan Bottling Company opened a bottling plant at 600 South Averill Avenue by 1966. The Flint plant was the last Pepsi plant in Michigan to produce soft drink and refillable bottles. Today, the former Pepsi plant on Averill Avenue houses the Shoe and Volks warehousing firm. The former 7-Up plant on Bristol Road houses Great Lakes Recycling. And I thank you very much.
Yeah, maybe we should move it.
All right, another hand. Sorry, another hand for Gary Flinn. Give it up. All right, we're gonna bring another regular up here. I think he's in the back. Lee, there he is. All right. Oh,
just for a second.
okay. Talk to me or to them?
Talk to everybody.
Okay. Please give your attention to Ken VanWagoner.
I'm going to interrupt Lee for a second, and I just want to take a couple seconds to thank Creative Alliance. I think we're beginning our 5th year. So, you know, it's really incredible to have this forum for you guys. I love being a part of it. I love helping sponsor it. And I just want everyone to know that, you know, this does go on, continues to go on. You guys are all creatives, and it's just a great creative outlet, creative canvas. You know, we've had singers, we've had poetry, we've had magicians. Well, have we had magicians? Juggler. What else? Comedian. Drama. Dancer. So, tell your friends, you know, this is building, and I love to see that happen. So, I just wanted to take a couple seconds to make sure you guys all realize that I appreciate you coming here. And while I've got your attention, are there any drummers in the house? Does anyone know any drummers? We're having a little drumming competition on March 1st here in the anteroom. So it's going to be right here on this drum kit. You get a 15-minute slot. You cannot do anything electronic. You have to set it up, perform. There are 3 judges that are going to be here. The winner will take half of the door. The door is $7. If you compete, you don't have to pay. Let's see. Oh yeah, the title. We're calling it "Beat Off in the Anteroom."
But not tonight.
That's right. We didn't think the marketing guys didn't think there'd be a problem with that.
No PV Herman business going on in here.
You're right. And then I just want to make you all aware of just one other thing. We're beginning $3 Thursdays and $5 Fridays here. Basically, if you have a performance that lasts an hour long, there are 2 performances on Thursday night. You'll play for an hour. The people that come in pay $3. We split the door with you, so if you're performing, you get half the door. We'll empty it out, fill it up again, do it again. And then Fridays, if you have 2 hours of content, Fridays are $5 Fridays. We'll do the same thing, and we'll split it with you that way. So if you know people that are interested, have them get with me. If you're interested, get with me. Check our website, check our Facebook like page that has information on it about who's coming to play. Our website has a calendar that says what dates are available. So that's all I have for you. Keep being creative, because I love you guys coming here. keep watching us on Channel 17 because we love that too. Thanks, you guys.
All right, thanks, Ken. We're going to bring Lee up here. He's going to take us for an old stroll down memory lane. Quite sure of that. Once again, for any newcomers, sign-up sheets right here. We usually do about 15 minutes or 3 songs. If you have any questions, come see me, and I'll be happy to help. All right, please give your attention to Lee.
Thank you, thank you. Back? No, the other one's fine. Yeah. I don't want to get too comfortable.
Well, Ken, I think the feeling is mutual in regard to us being able to come down here and use your place in the venue. We have a lot of fun down here. It's one of the better open mics around the area.
Great. Glad you think so.
I've been watching some of Jennie's work when she records this, and I watch the playback, and sometimes I wonder what I'm doing out here. And I'm thinking these things sounded so much better at home, but you do what you can do, you know, and that's it. I saw some of your work from the Christmas time, the art walk that you were doing.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was so neat. That was fun to watch.
Fun, yeah.
Let's see. At least we're in out of the cold, huh? Some kind of cold out there right now. There's a very beautiful place in Northern California called Mendocino, and it's located in Mendocino Valley. Very beautiful woman lives there called Carmelita, or did live there. Here's the rest of the story. Mendocino, Mendocino, this is where first love came to me. We used to stroll in the night. I used to hold you tight in Mendocino. Señorita, Carmelita, you will always hold a place in my heart. We shared love, I thought it was real. Now I'm all alone in Mendocino. Carmelita, Carmelita, please come back to me. I miss you so. I know I was wrong. If you'll come home, I'll make it up to you in Mendocino. Please believe me, without you the sun no longer shines. I think you should know that I'm alone, and I'll be waiting here in Mendocino. Mendocino, Mendocino, this is where first love came to me. We used to stroll in the night. I used to hold you tight in Mendocino. Carmelita, Carmelita, since you've gone, my life's not the same. We laughed and we cried, you said goodbye. Please come back to me in Mendocino. Carmelita, that pretty well says it. If you're out there and you can hear this, just want you to know that I love you, and I'll be waiting here in Mendocino. like that name, Mendocino. There's a song that, anybody ever heard the phrase, the full go-around? I heard a black gentleman talking to another fellow one day, and he said something about, Deacon Jones done the full go-around. And I'll listen a little further. I mean, they were right next to me, and I picked up that the full go-around, if you think about your life as a circle, at the very top of the circle will be like 0 degrees before you do the 360. You're born, you live your life, and then you die. And that's the term that he was using in reference to that, was the full go-around. Made me think of a song that Harry Chapin wrote some years ago called All My Life's a Circle. And I'd like to do that one for you. Harry Chapin died tragically at a pretty young age out in New York, I believe. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rose through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The seasons spin around again, the years keep rolling by. You 1,000 times, I guess you've done the same. Then we find each other, it's just like a child's game. As I find you here again, a thought runs through my mind. Our love is like a circle, let's go around one more time. Seems like I've been here before, I can't remember when, but I got this funny feeling that we'll all be together again. There's no straight lines make up my life, all the roads have bends. There's no clear-cut beginning, and so far no dead ends. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rose through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The seasons spin around again, the years keep rolling by. So true. I've always kind of liked songs that weren't, I like top 40 stuff, but songs that didn't quite make the top 40, but I don't know, just a little bit different, maybe a little quirky. This song is called Something Stupid. Until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. If we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Then afterwards we we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid, like I love you. See it in your eyes, you despise the same old lies you heard the night before. But though it's just a line to you, for me it's true and never seemed so right before. I practice every day to find some clever line to say, to make the meaning come through. But then I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, and all the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid, like I love you. I can see it in your eyes, you despise the same old lies you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you, for me it's true, it never seemed so right before. I practice every day to find some clever line to say, to make the meaning come through. But then I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, and all the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid, like I love you. Like I love you. Thank you. Thank you much.
That was a song by Frank Sinatra and his daughter Nancy.
It was, yeah, good memory. His daughter Nancy, yeah, they did that song together. Nancy's the one that had to hit these boots are made for walking. That was her only really major hit, and this song she did with her father, which I always thought it was kind of neat. Well, I guess Al's gone to get the next person.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's 3 songs.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay. All right, give it up one more time for Lee. Thank you. All right, coming up next, we have a first-timer. She's hasn't played here before. I think she's played at some other places, but she's just going to do one song. She's actually a kin of Lee's, so his granddaughter Ashley is going to make her way up here.
Okay, so this is the first time by the script. He's all lit up in bed with a broken heart. Well, I'm drinking Jack all alone in my local bar, and we don't know how we got into this mad situation. Only doing things out of frustration, trying to make it work, but man, these times are hard. He needs me now, but I can't seem to find the time. I got a new job now on the unemployment line, and we don't know how we got into this mess as it gets test. Someone help us, cause we're doing our best, trying to make it work, but man, these times are hard. But we're gonna start by drinking old cheap bottles of wine, sit talking up all night, saying things we haven't for a while. We're smiling but we're close to tears, even after all these years. We just now got the feeling that we're meeting for the first time.
I'm going to read 3 medium-sized poems. First one's about the ridiculous food situation that we have in this world. It's called "We Might Have a Hard Time Accepting It." But the rest of the world is catching up to the United States in the sport of competitive eating. That same ugly sumo wrestler always betters us in the rice events. And yet another skinny, bulimic Asian woman can now eat 80 hard-boiled eggs in one sitting. In an interview with Chinese television, she says she trains 4 hours a day and that she does it for her country. As I get carried away with an attempt at humor amidst disturbing facts. As rice crops are siphoned directly into closed sacks, a barrier of sand and sea foam erected each time hot food meets eventual refuse receptacle. Their stomachs would reject most of it anyway. As a disturbing fact leads me back to the humor I began with. Most of us thought we were adequately prepared. A hesitation, a musical effect, a heart skips forward. A chef is eliminated from the reality TV show. There was simply too much sugar in her savory carrot pudding. One judge says she might have also overcooked the venison. There was just too much going wrong on that plate. Her creativity, however, was justly applauded. Please step directly off the stage with your knives and your flair, with your charming use of herbs. Well, this is sort of inspired by driving through Flint and sort of looking at a house and saying, wow, what if I lived there, kind of thing. I'll go right to it. The temperature drops below zero in the city of Flint, Michigan. In the house next to the house that's boarded up, a kitchen window cumbersomely refuses to slam shut. A wobbly slant will not wedge or stamp away the cold. A lifespan, a worn hand, a wish, and a wakefulness. I will whisper heat into your ears until your eardrums thaw and ripen once more. Among a sprinkling of unfrozen things, drips and smudges of alcohol and burnt toast lead off the countertop across the floor before the lukewarm heating duct. Again, he extends his arm with the swollen joint of his sore elbow as it rolls in its socket, as it rolls like a wary roll of the eyes after one of his mother's repeated warnings. A routine physical extension from home to school, from school to home, included the completion of homework and chores. The make of commands and their sounds that began to separate from the more familiar whole. The boom of the letter B of the word boy, the gospel and grandma and the open sky, a new pair of rubber boots and a fresh pair of socks, and the celery he promised to eat but always threw away. The smooth flame of a whispered voice closes his eyes, the nag and the quench of the heater's heat, a heartbeat, like that, she would say, like that. One more. Well, nothing pisses me off more than this idea that we should try kids as adults because of whatever reason people come up with. You know, there's a reason why it's there. You know, like why. So anyway, so I looked into this a little bit, and I was looking for a specific thing to write about, and I found a little article about this thing that was just amazingly disturbing to me. So, this is called The Man of the Crime. In reaction to the prosecution of 16-year-old Shakur T. Brown as an adult in the accidental shooting death of his best friend, Jennie Hiran. As we distinguish the man of this crime, let us not overlook the shock of the fact that these things happen. It is because of this fact that it is what we have here. Such an assessment demands firm adherence to certain principles we must not overlook. In cases like these, any assessment that involves any adherence remains uncalled for. Yes, we can make some sparse observations. His slight act was not so slight that it was not tactile, solid, as the seriousness of this crime comes before what must already be in the forefront. Let us be more vigilant than we were when we woke up to this wake. Because this young man might lack stature, he might lack weight, but the make of his deed will never be made again. That is, if we act on our intention to fight back, to resist those men who do similar other things we will not tolerate in such a community as this one that stands for and believes in the dreams of men who choose to work hard enough to make the right choices. As we distinguish the man that is guilty, we can only wonder what would have happened if he was not able to do what he did.
All right, please give it up for Alex.
So, I got 3 things I've done before, and 2 that are collabs with other people that I'm doing my verses on. The first one doesn't have a name yet, but it was the new one I had last month, if anybody remembers that, so go ahead with that.
Mainstream music.
It's not very loud. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah, but we'll be able to hear you better.
Yo. I work so hard and I'm still barely breathing, but I'm never leaving cause the mainstream shit's still living. Just another reason to keep me driven like an engine. Kills my intention. These people rap the same whack crap like it's their own new invention. Yeah, real people like me can't get your attention. Not to mention the extension of heart I put into my abilities to try to have you feeling me. Nothing about mainstream is dope or real to me. This game is much hostility as it is possibility and opportunity to be great, but the whole world's full of hate. Mainstream second rate. I refuse to be waxed to make it through the gate. Gateway to fame. Mainstream killing the game. I never sell out for people know my name. Yeah. Sorry, going too fast again. Yo. I walk alone. Here. Feeling sad and so. Yo. I wanna go back to time when music was still real, people spit you. Real people space you can feel that can take the pain off a heel. Now that people make the deal, sell their souls to the devil. I think they finally made us to drop the skills to the lowest level to rap anything special. They put no effort in the songs that they write, despite the fact that we working to be better. I mean, I put my heart into every letter, every word, just trying to write a verse worth being heard. Y'all getting by spitting shit. My little brother could have ripped when he was only 6. I find that absurd. The industry's vision must be blurred. There's a lot of hard out there to harm and determination to blow away this generation. The only complication is the fact the industry has everyone hooked on whack. Yeah. Thank you. Alright. Now, I do not remember what song I put next, but it is one of the collabs. That's all I can remember. I think. No, I don't remember. So just go ahead and hit play, Mom. Or next, or whatever you did. Hit next. Thank you. judge me till you feeling my pain. These demons are saying and nearly drive me insane. Some days the sun's bright as hell, but I see nothing but rain. Come in this game, got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Sometimes it's hard to deal with the mental strain. So much shit in my brain. I mean, sometimes I look into me and wonder who the guy's looking back, cause I only see a stranger. Little things hit me and I get filled with anger. I get completely pissed. So many things get to me, but the song would be too long if I try to check off the list. At times I sit, white knuckle fist, trying not to hit the wall. Some things it takes all I got, not to break down the ball, but I find salvation in this game, so I'ma give it out my all. I'ma give it everything I got, so death is ready to call. Cause it's like I'm slowly losing my mind, but I'm still on this grind. I just need to unwind, get away, and leave some of the stress behind. It's like I'm slowly losing my mind, but I'm still on this grind. I just need to get away and leave some of the stress behind. Yeah. That's the end. Thank you. This has like a blues beat to it. We're just gonna go because Al says so. Singing the blues. Keep it going, Al. Yeah. Singing the blues. Lots of people out nowadays. Just gotta keep your head up, you know. Yo. Here we go. The world's so cold, words don't even hold. This game is controlled like I'm climbing and climbing, but I can't get a foothold. And people won't even listen at the song cause I stand bold. They don't see cause the industry has them wearing a blindfold. But I rap from my heart, I never be outsold. Music is everything. If you rap, you sing, it's escape from it all. It's like a break that you take down the wall. It's written people that just want you to fall. I'm in this for the long haul, rap to the end of my days. Cause raps help me in so many ways. Add a little color to this world full of grace. Taking away some of the pain. That's what I say when it rains. Then I turn the music off and the silence breaks. And the world floods back, it's too much to take. People say you never make it late, which makes me more driven. And when I'm on the stage spitting, it's when I'm truly living. I'm glad I made this rapping decision to follow this rapping ambition. I'ma take it to the extension of what it's gotta be till everyone's screaming BeCie. With the chains I won't make this got me singing, what's the world coming to? I just keep rapping for me and you. I'm singing the blues. What's the world coming to? I just keep rapping for me and you, yeah, me and you. That's it. Thank you. Now, this is the song I wrote for my girlfriend that lives in Guatemala. Go ahead. Yeah. Doesn't really have a long, or a name, I guess it could be called Long Distance, I don't really know. It's to, the Jay-Z song Cry beat, instrumental. Yo. We have a great relationship and love you so much, but right now I just want to feel your touch. Look you in the eyes and pull you tight, hold you all day long and onto the night. It's such a beautiful sight. Before my world was dark, but now I'm blinded by the light. I want to kiss you soft and smell your hair and just sit in the moment without a worry or care and enjoy every second like it's just me and you there. There's no one else in the world, just be in the moment where it's just me and my girl. You're so amazingly beautiful, I love you so much. Right now I just want to feel your touch. Again. We restarted out. Sorry. We have a great relationship and love you so much, but right now I just want to feel your touch. Look you in the eyes and pull you tight, hold you all day long and onto the night. You're such a beautiful sight. Before my world was dark, but now I'm blinded by the light. I want to kiss you soft and smell your hair and just sit in the moment without a worry or care and enjoy every second like just me and you there and there's no one else in the world. Just be in the moment where it's just me and my girl. You're so amazingly beautiful, you're stuck in my head and I'll love you forever even after I'm dead. I think you're perfect and it's meant to be. When I close my eyes, girl, you're all I see. Everywhere I turn I hear your name and I see your face, and for once in my life, I don't feel out of place. I'm starting to be happy, so much time I'm feeling crappy. Now I'm smiling and I'm laughing, because the reason this happening is to love my rapping. So I do it for you, you're the reason I fight every day to make it through. You came my world, you took all the great for that, just have to say, I love you. We have a long distance relationship and you're far away, but I still love talking to you every day. There's lots of space between us, all the USA, including Mexico, but every second's worth it, yo. I wouldn't change a thing, sometimes I'm so happy that I start to sing. Suze Andre stuck in my head like a jingly ring. You're like a beautiful song, you're music to my melody, a little bit of heaven in this world full of hell to me. I think that's all I wrote. Yeah, it is. So that's the end of the song for now. I got one more. Sorry for the brain fart, y'all. This one is Rapping Ambition. No, it's not. What song is this? It's not it either. Maybe I did it wrong.
It just started forming a pattern.
That's it.
Weird, glow-in-the-dark pattern that linked together our entire relationship.
This is Rapping Ambition.
First time, everything's complete.
Give it up for Al.
Like one logical progression. It felt like you and I was the greatest plan ever made, and I had nothing to do with it.
I was looking into me, in my eyes saw a gleam. It was the middle of the day, and I was having a dream. I was up on stage, going hard, crowd was in a rage, like breaking out of a cage, rapping. It wasn't my ambition in my head, it was a vision, it became my mission at that moment. Rapping's what I want to do, so I wrote rims every day, and every sauce that grew. It wasn't just an idea, it was stuck in my head. I could hear song and a rhyme and every word that I said, but sometimes I get stuck like my words are dead, but then I come back in control of my head. I want to be unlike the rest, I see every chance like it's a test. I hope one day to be one of the best, like feeling bulletproof without a vest. Feeling the beat pounding in my chest, so I'm gonna take off and go on this quest. Yeah, I got a rapping ambition, I do it till I die. I got a rapping ambition, this dream is mine. I got a rapping ambition, and I'll do it till I die. I got a rapping ambition, this dream is mine. I got a rapping ambition, it's probably just a pipe dream of me standing on the stage as I rise some steam. And here's my name that everybody screams, and I see it on TV. It's the life of my dreams, it's the life that I want. Same with this life that I need, cause I got music in my heart and art when I bleed. I want you feeling my words, whether you listen or read. I won't give up without this seed, I won't give up until I make it. Cause I got a rap ambition, I won't let anyone break it. This is my dream, I won't let anyone take it. I got love for rap, I put my heart in this game. But if my music don't move you, then who cares about fame? Who cares about my name? If you're not making it, play my music to make it to this day, then who cares how I'll pay, yeah. I got a rapping ambition, I'll do it till I die. I got a rapping ambition, this dream is mine. I got a rapping ambition, and I'll do it till I die. I got a rapping ambition, this dream is mine. Thank you. That is all.
All right, give it up for Blake.
And give it up for Al, too. Thank you.
Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, maybe a saga of a canine of some kind. All right. Let's keep it going. All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here. This is a great. We're gonna keep it going with Jennie Moench.
Okay, if you've been to any of the Collab Nites in the last, what, 3 months, I've been making these little stories about my dog, and so I made another story about my dog. Okay, and this is another tale of a practical dog. One of the great pleasures for the practical dog is when he notices that not only is the door to the water room open, but the lid on that big white porcelain water bowl is open as well. How he loves the never-ending supply of cold water that raises from that sparkling spring. It is one of his master's precious treasures. You can tell that he coveted the lapping of this miracle pool themselves by the way they chased him away whenever they caught him sipping from it. They would try to they would shout out the terrible no word and then drop the lid onto it. He would leave, then circle around and try to remove the lid himself, but without thumbs, the task was too difficult. Alas, even good masters like his have their faults. They were very giving in many other ways, but unfortunately, the porcelain water bowl was beyond the reach of their generosity. Often he would observe them go into the water room, but then shut the door behind themselves. Obviously, they wanted to enjoy the water privately. This confused our hero. Why wouldn't they share? One day, after he noticed that one of his masters securing himself in the water room, he strolled over to his small water bowl next to his food dish. The water inside was usually warm, often stale with a few crumbs floating on the top. When he looked down and he noticed that it was empty, completely empty, and his master was shut inside the water room. He pushed the bowl around the kitchen floor, hoping the noise would attract attention, but no one came. He licked the sides of the bowl for any bit of remaining moisture, and there was none. He looked at the door of the water room. Inside, he could envision his master on bended knees, front paws resting on the rim of that bowl, lapping up the cool, clear water. He became envious. There would be plenty of room for the two of them. In fact, he was more than willing to take turns. He scratched at the door. His master ignored him. He jumped on the door with both front feet. His master shouted his name. Our hero took this as a sign of encouragement. He jumped on the door again, and this time it moved slightly. His master shouted his name again. Why, he's calling for me, thought our hero. So he tensed up his back hind legs, and he sprang at the door and heaved it open. Success. Happily wagging the stub of a tail with anticipation, he sees his master. But he's not drinking from the white porcelain water bowl. He's sitting on it. Horrified, our hero backs out of the room. Disgust engulfs him. Why, even the most impractical dog would never defecate in his water bowl. Why doesn't he simply go out into the yard? This would be much more sanitary. Mystified by his master's coarse behavior, he wanders into the living room and lays on his pillow. Resting his head on his outstretched paws, he ponders the universe and his place in it. He always did his best to keep the house secure, barking at suspicious noises, chasing people who wandered onto his side of the sidewalk, marking his master's property, and even keeping squirrels off the grass. He did his best. In return, he was fed hard chunks of stuff his ancestors wouldn't even recognize as food, bowls of stale warm water, and thanks to some envious human, he now lacked the ability to pleasure himself, let alone a stray that might wander into the yard. No, the world was not always fair. Look at his master with his thumbs, necessary to open the lid on that most wonderful porcelain water bowl, and what does he do? Humans don't appreciate the wonderful perks of their lives. Just then, his master walked out of the water room and passed him. Our disheartened hero looked up at him without raising his head. Freak, he would have said aloud if only he had the appropriate vocal cords.
Hi, my name is Robert. I'm from up the road. I'm going to play about 3 songs for you. This first one's a cover called Airplane Over the Sea. Probably turn that on though, right? Oh boy.
What a beautiful dream that could flash on the screen. street. There are lights in the clouds, Santa's ghost all around. Hear the voices, it's rolling and ringing through me. So damn sweet, how the notes all bend and reach above the trees. Now how I remember you, how I push my fingers through your mouth to make those muscles move and make your voice smooth and sweet. But now we keep where we don't know, 'cause our secrets are sleeping and winter comes with the ones you love so long ago that you don't even know their names. What a beautiful face I have found in this place that is circling all around the sun. When we meet on a cloud, I'll be laughing out loud. I'll be laughing at everyone I see. Can't believe how strange it is to be anything at all.
Thank you. That was a cover by Neutral Milk Hotel. This next one's an original. It's called Raymu. The guitar's gonna start really low, but don't worry about it. Shaggity, 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 shaggity. What? Hey, it's a microphone monitor. Whatever.
You can hear it through the monitors, but it's not coming out for some reason.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. We're just having it popped and then it just quit coming through the other speakers.
No biggie. Shaggity, shaggity, shaggy. Hey, look at that. Check, 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 check. Is this a song? Good. Okay. Well, this last one is it's a song about your own crazy in your own head. It's called Brother Crow. It's a polka. Hey there, Brother Crow, what have you brought for me today? Insanity, my left eye has gone blind today. So spin around and around with me. 'Cause today is the day we all fall down. Down, baby, down. Down, down. Don't frown. All the alleys in the kitchen that let the strangers in kept me searching deeper and deeper within my skin. Hold me close and we'll fly from this post in the world. We'll never say this world won't see me. No, not me. I'll be free. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. brought for me today. Today, oh, today, the verdict's sin, and I've sinned. Thank you. I'm Robert Flint.
Give it up one more time for Robert Flint. Tiff is gonna come up. He's just do it.
Get up there, Mom. Right now.
All right, help me welcome her to the stage. Come on.
Doing this.
I did for you.
My kid decided for me. Alright. Everybody says why they're doing what they're doing. So I'm going to tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. I think his name is Glenn, and he's not even here tonight.
Glenn Herzog?
But he inspired me to try and write poetry, because I've always loved it. I'm sad to say, on 3/1 of 12, I decided I was going to write a poem every day. I have 2 poems. But nonetheless, I have one that my kid says I have to read, and he gets up here and does this, so.
Because you made me something.
I guess here it goes. Life is short. Live, love, dance. Love, we all have it, but some don't share it. Why? Life is short, too short for some, not quite long enough for others. Oh, either way, too short. Too little time for loved ones, seconds with pets. Someday may never come. You must live, you must love. To really live and love, I believe you must dance. In your seats, on the street, in the halls, on a call. Life is short, keep a beat. Let it move your feet. Live your life with love. Dance with everyone you meet. Love them. Share love. Dance.
So I've always played really crappy plastic and toy guitars, and then I was living in a warehouse with some friends for the last few years, and we were all paying rent to this one kid, and then he was paying rent to the landlord because, you know, it was a warehouse, you're not supposed to live in it. So everything was sort of shifty. And then it turns out for 3 months he was just taking everyone's rent and keeping it, you know, buying drugs and shit with it. And so we got kicked out, and, you know, he's like, oh, I'll pay you back, you know. He owed me $2,000 overall, which is more money than I've ever had in my life. And so I was like, fuck it, I don't want to be a debt collector ever. I'm taking everything valuable that you own. So I have his really nice fixed gear bike and this guitar, you know, which is worth nowhere near $2,000, but I always feel like I have to justify, I promise I'm not the type of person who plays this guitar. And of course I fuck it up the first week that I have it.
But there has to be a song in there somewhere after all that.
Okay, I feel like I should talk about songs, but I also feel like you'll get bored. Does everyone know the story of the Velveteen Rabbit? It's a children's story. There's this toy rabbit, and then it's nobody loves me. And then there's a fire, and then after the fire, the kid's oh, save my toy rabbit. And the rabbit's I'm real now because somebody saved me. But it's fuck for the kid, now he's got a real rabbit. That's a lot more responsibility or something. I work with kids, so I think a lot about the narratives we set up for kids, and I think that's actually a really most children's stories are really fucked up narratives. But especially for LGBT youth, which is what I mostly work with, it sets up this idea that for your identity to be real, you have to go through some sort of trauma. And so a lot of times, you know, queer kids will be oh, my identity is not valid unless I get kicked out of my house, or move in with an abusive partner, or you know, hurt myself in some way. And so I think we set up narratives for kids a lot like that, especially kids that are othered by society. And I mean, like, I know I've did a lot of fucked up shit to myself over the years, and it's easier to blame, you know, fucked up narratives than it is to blame your actual choices. So here's a song kind of about that and also about every other thing, because I can't write a song about one thing. I'll do the fun intro version. So before I got this fancy acoustic guitar, I lived in Detroit. I just moved to Flint because I have no money because someone stole it all. And so I'm living with my parents because it's the cool thing to do in your 20s. But I played in a punk band called the Bornsteins, or like a queercore band. And so I'm still like trying to figure out how acoustic music and not having a bunch of other instruments to hide behind works. So these songs are all like rough translations of things that are usually much more loud and, you know, distorted. You can actually tell I don't know how to play instruments now. It's terrible. Other songs. This is a song that I'm going to play. Yes, I know that's shocking. But are you guys all familiar with the It Gets Better campaign? No?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you people doing? Like, do you not have the internet? I don't... Whatever. Now I was going to go on
no, a lot of us don't.
I was going to go on a rant talking shit about the It Gets Better campaign, but if none of you guys know what it is, that's like... Do you guys know who Dan Savage is? He writes Savage Love?
Yes.
Okay, fuck him. That's the first part of this. So, he's this rich white dude who, you know, like went to Evergreen and then went to Columbia after that and has a shit ton of money and like flies to Europe all the time and adopted a kid and got gay married, all that fun stuff. And so he started this campaign like, oh, hey, young gay kids, your life sucks, but just don't kill yourself and everything will be okay. Which is fucking bullshit, because you know what? Sometimes killing yourself is the answer. And guilting people for feeling that way is not going to make anyone feel any better. And also, like, fuck you, rich white dude whose parents sent him to Columbia. Not all of us have the resources you have. And so, for some of us, it doesn't get better. For some of us, people have to actively work to make things better. And I think it's really fucked up just to tell people, just don't kill yourself and things will get better. Because you know what? Sometimes it won't. And if we're not going to accept that, we're not going to make a difference. And, sorry, I sort of went off in a different direction there. But Kathleen Hanna, do you guys know Bikini Kill, the band girl? Dude, you guys are tough. Anyways, she's like punk rock royalty or whatever, and she says all kinds of stuff, and everyone thinks it's deep because she's a lady who screams in a punk band. And she has this quote that's like, oh, some people rebel by, protesting, some people rebel by starting, a movement or a business, and some people rebel just by staying alive, which, continues that fucked up notion that, oh, if you just, stay alive, things will change. Because fuck that. No, if you want things to change, you have to actively make things change. It's not your fault if they don't change, and it's not your responsibility to make them better. But at the same time, we can't let everyone off the hook just by saying, oh, you're still alive, good job. Because you know what? Change takes work. And it's sometimes more than that. This is a song about that and also about every other thing. I'm really nervous because I don't know any of y'all. And I'm not used to playing to this many white people. I seriously I think that's something people need to think about. Why are there so many white people here, and what choices are being made that are promoting that as opposed to other things? I mean, I don't know the history of this space or anything, so I'm not going to go too deep into that. But I do think it's something that is a dialogue that should happen. Probably not while I'm on stage, but later. Stopped having sex because I hate my fucking body. I take my showers hot because sometimes the steam can hide me from myself. There's that thing Kathleen Hanna said about survival as resistance, yeah. Sometimes I think it's bullshit. Just hope that I make it through the night. So I can live to try again, to fight these monsters in my head. But it's hard not to give up when nobody even notices you try. To survive. In the hour I lose every morning, the time it takes to shave, to wipe away all this shit that I hate from my face. Carve off all my skin and replace it all with plastic. Wouldn't even help because my stupid voice would still keep me from passing. So I hide behind my vanity, some pathetic sense of masculinity. But it's hard not to give up when nobody even notices you try. That thing Kathleen Hanna said about survival is resistance, yeah. And most times I know it's bullshit, but sometimes it helps me make it through the night. And I survive. I realize I use a lot of language that might not make sense to people who aren't heavily involved in a very specific anarchist queer community. I'm sorry. Fuck y'all.
You're going I never heard such thing, anarchist queer community.
Yeah, it's because you're in Flint.
Because of what?
Because you're in Flint.
Oh, that might be a burn raise.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk shit about Flint. It's compared to a lot of other places, it's a small town, and so it takes a long time for these things to develop, and it takes work for these things to develop. And a lot of times I catch myself saying, man, I wish Flint was cooler, And I know that when I say that, what I'm really saying is, man, I wish there were more young white queer punks in Flint. Which is like, I acknowledge it's really fucked up and racist and like, is something that I need to be held accountable for saying. So if y'all want to like give me dirty looks now and be like, how dare you want there to be more people just like you in Flint? Yeah.
Now you feel more comfortable.
But this is, see, like these are songs I'm trying to learn how to write songs acoustically, so I only have a few songs. I was like, I should play a song that people will get. But this one's probably now. Did you guys know, are anyone here like familiar with Lacanian theory, like the Muir stage? And who here like spent too much time and, you know, Pell Grants getting overeducated? Oh, okay. Yay! This is a lot of like stupid social theory jokes, and also, do you guys know what the Michigan Women's Folk Festival is?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck them. Okay. Last tiny rant, I promise. So like, I'm pretty involved in like the trans community, and like, I can't pass for shit. Like everyone's like, what the fuck is going on with that kid? And so like, I am pretty obviously like ostracized in women's spaces. And so when you hear something like the Michigan Women's Folk Festival, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go and like play acoustic guitar naked up north or something. And then you get there and somebody tears off, ties chains around the wheels of you and your friend's van, and then calls a tow truck and then threatens your friend's lives for being in their space. That only happened twice though, so you know, you guys have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. This mirror shows me that I'm my own person. My body shows me that's not really true. It's just bullshit language of unconscious cybernetics controlling every stupid thing I do. And language separates us from anything that's real, but I used words to say that, so I'm not sure how to feel. But everything's symbolic, and then someday we all die alone. Except for we can't die alone. That's a joke about how death is socially constructed, because no one can actually tell you what death is like, so we collect this series of symbols to share with each other about what we think death is, and then we base a lot of our life decisions off of that. Because it's based on this idea that we can't know our bodies, so we use things like a mirror to tell us what exactly our bodies are doing, which sets up this really weird like tension between our lived realities and what we feel, and then what the symbols around us tell us about ourselves and those realities. That comes from a lot of women's and gender studies classes that I have failed over the years. Feel like I apologize for every time I speak, and I think I've said I'm sorry about 500 times this week, but I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that anymore. And I apologize for my body, and I apologize for my face, and I apologize for the space that I maintain. And I apologize that I don't understand anything around me, and I apologize that you think that I'm insane. You're a women's studies professor at a big university, so there's really no excuse for when you mispronoun me after I've reminded you 9 times before. And I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Thank you for listening to me.
Shawn, and tonight I'm going to be playing my crystal singing bowl. They're used for many different things. Sometimes people use them to meditate. They also work as a form of vibrational healing. Through the process of entrainment, they help the cells in your body become at their more normal state of frequency, and that's what I'm going to do.
Ancient Egypt, they used to actually come door to door with an instrument similar to this, and that was like their medicine people, and they used to use it to heal that way too.
I'm Jenna. Sorry, I'm taking just a second. It's kind of cold out. It's murder on my strings. But, I'm Jenna, this is Robert, and we are a group called Never Knows Best. And the first one I'm going to play tonight is an original, and it's called Gardening Tips.
You're bright, and I
but I'd still follow you anywhere, yeah. I'd still follow you anywhere if you'd ask. Thank you. This next one, it's a little too high. This next one is a song I wrote for a friend. We can all kind of relate to it though. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek. A lot of people think it's about something. Some people say it's about another, but I'll just kind of let you take what you will from it. This is called The Morning After. Let's try that again.
My levels are gonna flux between the beginning and the middle.
Okay. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Mazing through all the confusion while I'm cruising through my days. I am crawling all the walls inside this place. Last night I crawled into a bed with feet I didn't recognize. My thoughts, they slowly gathered, though I rather wish that I could find a place inside my head that wouldn't overanalyze. Weakness creeping while I'm sleeping, coming at me from all sides. Don't you love the morning after? Sweet as cyanide and gentle as a full-blown hurricane. The minute I'm up in the rifters, then I'm spinning toward the ground until I'm not sure that I'm safe. But I'll do my best to handle it with grace. Oh, I woke up this morning. 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 I'm awake. Thank you. Gonna do one more original for you guys. This one is a little bit newer, and it's based around fairy tales. Oddly enough, I don't usually do weird. My songs are usually a little more upfront, but I like this one. So this is called Fairy Tales and Fables.
All right, give it up for Never Knows Best. All right, and with that, I believe that concludes our creative collab night. I just want to thank everyone for coming out and making it such a wonderful month again. Everyone give a hand to Ken out here, keeping us loaded up with caffeine. Yeah, so every third Wednesday we're here from 7 to 10, hereabouts. And yeah, offering this stage as a platform for people to speak their voice, try out new things, try out old things, and just have a good time doing it. So until see you again, have a good month.
I want to see how the painting ended up.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's so nautical, man.